Hello everyone, welcome to another Manic Monday. This is episode 12. I just finished up my first AM Wavy Wednesday stream in multiple years, I'm sure. I didn't really used to do a lot of morning streams back in the day. Usually they were after work, and still usually they're after work, but I've got a scope creep meeting tonight, so I requested today off and then spent this morning setting up notes for tonight's meeting, and then also I have groceries to pick up here in an hour or two, so. I'm probably gonna go try and clean the fridge, so that way I have space for groceries. Usually I have my partner's help for that, but she's at work, so. Yeah, not too terribly big of a deal today. Not a lot happened today for the stream. Had another random passerby, and I was like, oh, another person stopped by, realized that this isn't really a talk with me stream, it's more of a study with me stream, and then disappeared. Like, they put yo in the chat and probably stayed for a couple minutes and then dipped. And when I ended the stream, I saw that I got a new subscriber off of it, so I was like, holy shit, we're at half 100 subscribers, that's so cool! And, like, it is still pretty cool, but I'm pretty sure the account is a bot. Like, I got the notification, new subscriber, and I was like, okay, cool, let's go check it out. They have some videos, and it's AI Slop. I don't know what to do about that. I could block them, but at the end of the day, a view is a view, a sub is a sub. So, congrats to me for my 50th subscriber. Kinda sucks that it went to a bot account. Maybe I'll delete it when somebody says, oh yeah, I'll subscribe to your channel. Like, I'll block them so that way somebody I know has the, courtesy of being my 50th subscriber. That would be nice, but I don't know, dude. I'll figure it out between now and when I post the video. Anyway. Yeah. Really good, solid 25-minute POMO to start out the day. Had a lot of, miscellaneous thoughts in my brain, pulled out a document and got set up with those notes. Started doing some stuff, set up a Kanban board for scope creep, and then I also started working on some Databricks cost analysis. It's gonna take me doing some more research with Databricks in order to actually be able to get anything done on that front. I will have to find a database free tier somewhere that I can play around with. Yeah. So, we're figuring out our tech stack tonight, and I'll be able to kind of go from there and figure out what to do. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out our treats. Last week I just got the one airhead, which is kind of anticlimactic, but we're about halfway through the treat start. It looks a little bit more than halfway, but the treats were pretty stuffed in here. So that's kind of exciting. I have some new high chews that I want to throw in here, and then I'll also put in some more Guppyco and Boba candies. I'm gonna let it get down a bit more before I do that, just because, I don't know. Since it's AM edition, let's go ahead and go for a Guppyco. Very on brand. That's upside down. Bam! There's one. Sure, a lemon hard candy sounds good. I also do kind of want to get some more fruity hard candies, because as much as I love Guppycos and the Boba candies, I'm not always in the mood for, kind of the, I guess, creamy flavor would be the best way to describe it. They're not creamy candies, but you know what I mean. And let's get a chewy candy in here. Let's go for this one. It's a Haichu candy apple. Alright. Nice. Next week is going to be a little rough. As stated with this week's Manic Monday, or this past week's Manic Monday, as stated last Manic Monday, I have to quit vaping. My roommate just moved out, and I want to wait until I have some days off of work consecutively before I quit, because apparently the third day is going to be the hardest. As my schedule stands right now, I have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off next week, which means I am set to stream on what will be the hardest day of that. So, yeah. I might pick up some nicotine patches. I was just gonna cut it cold turkey, and then when I researched a little bit further, I found out that cutting cold turkey actually lessens your chances of fully quitting. Like, people who try to quit cold turkey are less successful than the people who use like nicotine patches and nicotine gum. I don't know how much I trust studies on quitting nicotine, especially since we know that these stop smoking ads that we're seeing today are paid for by nicotine companies, and they're not the most effective at getting people to not vape. But, maybe picking up some nicotine patches just in case wouldn't be a bad idea. Have them in my back pocket type of thing. So, that's it. Yeah. Oh, other than fighting my nicotine addiction next week, I will hopefully be able to keep working on Databricks. I'm hoping by the end of next month, or like by whenever we have a meeting next month. Sorry, my brain just sorted out. I'm hoping that by the all-team meeting next month, I'll be able to say how Databricks would integrate into a Databricks, and then have a somewhat decent idea of what that would look like cost-wise. So, yeah, that's it. Yeah, not much to say, really. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hiccups, I hate them. Thank you all so much for joining me on a Wavy Wednesday. Thank you for joining me today on this Manic Monday. I will see you this Wednesday for another Wavy Wednesday, or I'll see you next week for another episode of Manic Monday. Have a good one, drive safe, drink some water,